Dance really means different things to different people, but to me, dance has really formed me into the person who I am today and helped me get through regular roadblocks that everyone has to go through. And it's just a fun, cool way to kind of live my life how I really want to. I started dancing in 2006, I believe, and I was in kindergarten, and I'm pretty sure I was 5 or 6 years old. My very first recital I was in, we did a tap number, and it was to Cotton Eye Joe, and I remember being so excited to have a little prop. We had boxes that we stood on, and I was so excited because I got to perform and people could watch me, and I would think in my head, oh my gosh, I'm amazing, this is the coolest thing I've ever done.
So the parts of you that I knew about before I actually met you was because Jill actually talked to me about you and how you were a sweet, shy girl. And it's true. You were so sweet and so shy, but I made it my job to make you come out of that little bubble.
I think when you were younger, you were really outgoing and you liked to be the star of the show. You had lots of friends, and people really were attracted to you because you were so outgoing and bubbly.
One kid I did talk to a lot, her name is Angelique, and she has been through it with me for a long, long time. Her mom actually introduced my mom to Jillian School of Dance, and I bet if we never would have lived in that neighborhood, if we never would have met Angelique and her family, I probably wouldn't be dancing today. May of 2015 was my grade's Walkabout. And Walkabout is where you spend 12 days with your class and a couple teachers, and you go into the middle of Utah, and you spend 4 days on a river canoeing, and then you spend 4 more days in the desert. While Walkabout was going on, I just tried my best to survive, I guess.
Walkabout for you was, for both of us, was pretty tough to start out with.
The day of Walkabout, when we went to put our luggage in the van, I looked at my mom and I told her, Mom, I'm not going. I can't do it. I really can't. I can't spend 12 days away from you doing things that I don't want to do. I can't do it. I can't do it. I felt like I was physically unable because I was not the most healthiest person, and I knew that. And I always tried my best to fix that. I just felt like that I stood out so much, and that I felt like there was something wrong with me because I was always crying and I was always freaking out about the smallest things.
At the end of it was probably the best thing at the time for you because you needed to be more independent. That was about the time where you were really clingy to your parents, and this you didn't have that anymore. So after Walkabout, actually, Mr. White had brought to our attention that he thought there was something going on with you, and he wasn't sure, so we went and got you tested for dyslexia, any learning disabilities, things like that.
I remember it took maybe 3 days, and I would do simple tests like logic tests and these random, it felt like IQ tests, and they said that I had anxiety disorder and a specific stage of depression.
You became very nervous to the point of your stomach hurting a lot.
That honestly hit me like a bullet. I didn't know what any of it meant. I was still a small little 8th grader. 2 years ago was probably the greatest turning point in my dance career. I decided to take 3 classes instead of 1 a week, and one of those classes was a teacher assistant class. The Aladdin dance was my teacher assistant class, but we decided to have older girls in it to be the genies in the background. That was really amazing because I got to work with the little kids, and I also got to be a part of it so that I could be part of the final production. The first dance was Batman, and it was by a teacher named Alex, and she's a pretty strict teacher. The day we got our costume, I felt so insecure about it. It was this kind of latexy feel costume, and it was black, it had long sleeves, and it was like a jumpsuit, and it cut off so there were shorts. Seeing myself in that costume, I just started crying because I didn't feel like myself, but I didn't want to make everyone else upset. So I walked to Alex and I told her, I'm so uncomfortable, I don't know what to do, and I just couldn't handle it. My very first dance with her was the Powerpuff Girls, and I did not like that costume. There was a mesh part in the middle, and it looked like you were wearing a sports bra and shorts. I almost wanted to drop out of the class right there. If I never would have worn that costume, and if I never would have got on stage, my class probably would have missed me, and the class wouldn't be the same, because missing one person is like missing half of the song.
My first impression of you was, like I said, shy, but I knew you were a sweetheart, but I knew you had it in you, like I've said before. And that's how come I got on your butt. I was making you do it even if you didn't want to. And that's why I pushed you to wear that costume, to do that move, to put on that smile, because I know it's there.
That was the main thing I thought when I was getting a little bit older. I was afraid that people were going to judge me for what I was doing, and if I was doing a move wrong, I felt like they would think, oh, like, she sucks, why is she dancing? And that really held me back in a lot of opportunities that I could have jumped in at.
You always like bring everyone together. Like, you're always the one to be like, okay, let's go over this, or you're just like the leader, honestly. Like, we all just follow you.
Yes, everyone apparently is very intimidated when they first hear of me, because I am a hard person, if you will. However, I may seem hard, but if you're my baby, as I call many of you, including you, you are my baby. And I will take care of you, and no one messes with you, because then I might kick someone's butt.
I think you've changed, like, mentally with, like, building confidence and more, like, outgoing. Because I don't know how you were when you were a kid, but I feel like you've, like, come out more. Like, you're more out there.
She is volunteering and helping with my mini hip-hop class, and she has a natural gift with the little ones, and teachers love it when our helpers take initiative when we are busy with the business side of it, and she just takes control of the class and just love it. Enjoy having her in my mini hip-hop class helping.
Dance really started changing you when you became a teacher's assistant. That really showed you that you wanted to get into education, that you liked being around children and helping them, and they made you feel important and loved, and I think that's really what you needed at the time.
She follows directions very well, and when I give her a challenge, she is always just working 100%.
I feel like my favorite one was the Rockette one, because it was just really fun, because, I don't know, I feel like that's like young enough where I remember what happened, but that was just a good year.
You're much better now. There's still some anxiety there, but we know how to deal with it better now. Yeah, and you know, I wish I would have put you in dance earlier. It's probably one of the best decisions that we made was to put you into dance, even though I fought it for a couple years before we finally started. It's given you friends outside of school. It's given you adult people to deal with and learn from outside of school, outside of the home. And I think that's very important, that your life isn't just circled around school and home, that you have an extracurricular activity that doesn't involve either one of those, that they're completely different people, and it's it was a great decision.
I would love to give special thanks to Jill for starting me off when I was a kindergartner. I've had her every single year, and I just started getting new teachers because I felt that I can handle different teachers because I was only comfortable with Jill. Alex, I appreciate her so much I can't even put into words. She's the reason why I've changed so much and I've become the amazing person that I feel I am today. And I can't thank her enough for it, for making me do things that I'm not comfortable with, that are out of the box, and I just really appreciate her for all of that. Brooke, who I've known for years, and we've changed together and we've been through it together, and Taylor, we're going to be graduating the same year, which means we will be leaving the studio the same year, and that'll be a really crazy thing for us. And of course Angelique, she's been there since she's been born, and we've had a really big pact, and we always hang out, and it's never a dull moment with her. I feel like I have a bigger pact with the people at dance because I do things that I don't feel comfortable doing at my school, like crazy leaps and cartwheels and calypsos, and I feel really comfortable with that group of people. If I were to give a piece of advice to the people watching today, I would say, please learn to love yourself. Persevering and going for what you love and doing what you love is really the key to being happy, and that's my kind of motto in life, is to try and be happy as much as you can. And yes, I still do have those disorders, but I am learning to deal with it. I try my best to make as many friends as I can, and dance has really done that for me and has really helped me get through this crazy thing called life.